News commentator Megyn Kelly recently learned a hard lesson. If you're a conservative, the left will never fully embrace you. Kelly first skyrocketed to fame as a popular personality on Fox News. This made her hated by the left. But then she had a confrontation with Donald Trump during a presidential debate.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't.
And honestly, Megyn, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I've been very nice to you, although I could probably maybe not be based on the way you have treated me.
The left magically gained a newfound respect for Kelly.
I know you as a host, but I don't really know your work as much until I saw you for the first Republican debate. You were fantastic on that.
Thank you.
I gotta say, you did a great job with that. I was like, oh, this is fantastic. This has got to be, like, I mean, for people that don't know you, have to be like, oh, who is this person? She's phenomenal.
Soon after, Kelly left Fox News for a lucrative deal with NBC, but her conservative audience never followed her, and her show was plagued by disappointing ratings. That set the stage for the moment that got Kelly fired.
What is racist? Because truly, you do get in trouble if you are a white person who puts on blackface on Halloween, or a black person who puts on whiteface for Halloween. Like, back when I was a kid, that was okay as long as you were dressing up as like a character.
The roots of blackface are undoubtedly racist, but Kelly's comments weren't. Nevertheless, the backlash was severe, and Kelly was forced to apologize as if she were before a Stalinist show trial.
I'm sorry. You may have heard that yesterday we had a discussion here about political correctness and Halloween costumes. And that conversation turned to whether it is ever okay for a person of one race to dress up as another. A black person making their face lighter or a white person making theirs darker to make a costume complete. I defended the idea, saying as long as it was respectful and part of a Halloween costume, it seemed okay. Well, I was wrong, and I am sorry.
The benign statement cost Kelly her show and caused mega talent agency CAA to drop her as a client. However, NBC didn't seem to have a problem when late-night host Jimmy Fallon donned blackface on Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live, Jimmy Fallon.
Rock, now we're talking. Where is he? Man, oh man, read this book. I've seen Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and guess what? Not a lot of black folks on the show. Right. Not a lot of black folks on the show. You know why? Because black folks don't like to answer questions. Oh, they want to be millionaires, but you got to ask that kind of questions like, in 1981, how many grams of crack did Rick James smoke when he recorded Super Freak? Regis, you think the only way to get a brother on the show is to name it Who Wants $50 cash and a pair of Pumas?
Fallon isn't the only late-night comic to wear blackface. Jimmy Kimmel did the same thing during his stint on Comedy Central.
Sometime at night, Carmelo will look up in the sky and say, what the hell going on up there? Do UFO live on other planet, phoning home like E.T.? Carmelo read on TV about white people getting deducted by aliens, sticking all kind of hell up their butt. And that's a damn thing.
Kimmel's ex-girlfriend, Sarah Silverman, did the same thing.
Yes, I had an episode on the Sarah Silverman program that I love called Face Wars, where me and the waiter in the restaurant, played by Alex Desire, switch. I say it's harder to be Jewish, and he says it's harder to be black, and we switch for the day. And it's really aggressively stupid, and we're both idiots. And I'm in, like, the most racist blackface.
The difference between what Kelly said and what Fallon, Kimmel, and Silverman did is that Kelly is a conservative, and the left will tolerate a conservative for only so long. Kelly's other big mistake was not pulling any punches at her own network. She wasn't afraid to call out NBC News chairman Andy Lack for his handling of the Harvey Weinstein sexual assault scandal.
We begin with a story that hits close to home today. NBC News chairman Andy Lack has released a memo on how our news division handled early work around the Harvey Weinstein story, being reported by Ronan Farrow last year. The story, ultimately published by The New Yorker, with several women on the record who were not a part of the draft Farrow presented to NBC News, that's what NBC is saying, effectively started the Me Too movement. At least one critic says that Andy Lack's letter defending NBC's decision to not pursue the story opened the door for more questions than it answered. And some people involved with the early reporting here at NBC are now pushing back on this statement, saying there's much more to this than NBC is saying.
For Kelly's transgression, the left is now quick to label her a racist, even people at her own network. Nobody should hold their breath for NBC to do the same to Jimmy Fallon. If you would like more real news that you can trust, subscribe to our YouTube channel.